insightful, but are you likable? You got jokes, you're the host, stand up. Are you likable?
Hello and welcome to Likable, a show where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. I'm your host, David Stickle, and today I'm joined by Meeti Purani. Did I say your name right?
Yes.
Hello, Meeti.
Hello,
Hello.
David.
This is so fun. So formal. Formidable, Meeti. What's going on? How was I already we did this before already.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll start with your name and social security number and then address, and we'll get all of that. Okay. Yeah. So, do you want to?
Okay.
Yeah. No. Okay.
I don't know. What am I gonna say? Like 69 420? Like, come on.
Dude. Yeah.
I'll give you my real social security.
No, let's not do that. I feel like we can't be doing that these days. It's too serious, too real. Maybe.
Yeah.
Too real.
Yeah.
Too real. Meeti, you're a comedian in Queens. You do a lot of stuff in the city. I first met you in Middletown, New York.
Yes.
Very cool. You were
Yes.
killing it on that show. And we've done a few shows together since, few shows.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
A bunch.
Yeah, too many shows actually. Meeti.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. A lot, actually.
Yeah, we have another one in 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
We're doing for the millions of listeners at home, we're doing a speed dating show where I'm going to host. Meeti's going to middle, and then we're going to crush it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael's going to open.
Awesome.
So exciting for
Yeah.
Mr. Michael. Yeah.
It's the crew.
It is the crew, and Hannah's going to close. Have you ever met Hannah before?
I haven't.
877 Crass now, as I refer to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, she's gonna close. She's also a Middletown native.
Mm-hmm.
You've never crossed paths before.
I'm not sure I have. Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. Are you gonna participate in the speed dating afterwards?
No.
No, you don't want to do that to yourself?
No. Have you ever speed dated?
I've never speed dated. I've hosted at the bar before, and witnessed. So I have not participated though.
Does it look like something you would do?
It looks so awkward.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I don't want to sound very cocky in this moment, but I feel like the kind of guys that show up to this thing, I would outcompete, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I feel like I can talk to almost anybody. Hence, we're doing a podcast right now. But some of the dudes, very awkward to watch. So, yeah.
It's a lot of pressure for someone who can't socialize.
It really is. It really
You have a minute.
is. Yeah. It's so at the bar we do 7 minutes, and next month we're doing one that will feature 50 and above age wise.
Whoa.
I know. It's gonna be awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think tonight it's like 3 minutes per date. So I mean they'll go quick. It'll be painless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch though. It's
Yeah. I did not come up with any speed dating jokes. I was like, I feel like it's just all too much. You know, it's like going to a funeral. Let's just avoid the
sad people come to die.
Yeah, literally. Seems painful.
It is. It's fun to watch. You should watch at least a couple if you have time. You know,
for
just,
sure.
Yeah. Enjoy
Yeah.
the view.
Yeah. Lurk.
Yeah. Just I'm gonna hide in a bush and like set it next to a table, just like watch from side to side. It'll be cool.
It's so creepy.
You think they'll notice me?
I think they will.
Really? What?
You'll exit the premises.
And
you'll be outside in a bush.
Yes.
They'll notice.
We can see you.
Yeah,
What the fuck, dude? No, that'll be good. I'll just leave a little microphone at each table, and I'll listen to all at the same time. Pretty cool, right? Pretty genius.
Nuts.
I'm gonna sound really creepy in this podcast episode, I think. I'm sorry about that for listeners. Do you have any fun, like, awkward date stories?
Yeah.
That you care to share?
I was just thinking about this actually. Okay, so well, in college, I did go out with this guy, and he brought his friend and their laundry.
Okay.
To the date.
Their
'Cause
laundry.
Yeah, I lived in a nice apartment building with the laundry services,
Okay, you
and
got
he
the
was
hookup.
clearly an asshole. So.
Yeah.
But it was one of those where like you can like each door locks, so like I left them in the laundry room and I just left, and so they were just stuck there.
Wow.
Hours.
They couldn't get out of the laundry room?
Well, I mean they could, but there's a chance. I mean they could like wander around in the hallway outside of the laundry room, but beyond that they'd get locked.
So they couldn't get home.
They could leave once they were done with their
Okay.
laundry. They could leave.
They weren't your captives.
No.
No, you didn't like. You're like, all right, well, you're gonna do laundry. I'm gonna own you now.
No, that's crazy.
That would be
No,
crazy.
I would
Meeti.
never. Wait, I had another one, but
Did he
I
discuss beforehand that he was bringing his buddy and laundry? So they just surprised you
Yeah.
with that,
forgot. It was fucked up.
and then you're just like, I'm gonna go. This is
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah. I
That's
left.
amazing. Is laundry that coveted in Queens?
That was in college. Like
Oh,
years ago.
okay. Where did you go to
Years
school?
ago. Binghamton.
Binghamton. Okay, okay, very cool.
Yup.
That's like, I feel like that's,
bad.
I don't know
Bad.
Binghamton that
Kind of
well.
embarrassing. I think about that story from time to time, and I'm like, why did he think he could do that to me? That's what bothers me the most about it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This is
really?
college. We're supposed to like go spend $20 like it's $100, and then just like
You don't even gotta spend money. Like we're just gonna hang, you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah.
hung.
Watch like Bob's Burgers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's like college. That was college for me.
Yeah.
It's Bob's Burgers. Yeah.
Okay, word.
Yeah, I wasn't that cool.
I don't know.
I say that like I'm cool now.
I'm not cool. In college, I was like cooler than like the coolest I've ever been was in college and elementary school.
So you peaked twice.
Yeah, after that and before in middle of that, not cool.
Why do you think you were the coolest in elementary school?
Because the popular girls included me in their like little club,
Oh hell yeah.
and I said I don't want to be a part of this. That was pretty cool.
So like, would that get them to like be like, we gotta get Meeti now. we have to get her a part of us. Why doesn't she like us? We need her.
No,
You
it
know?
was like this one girl who had an older sister who just like knew, like, and I feel like automatically you become popular when you just are in the know. You
Oh,
know? With,
yeah.
like the older kids.
Yeah.
So like she established a club where
Okay.
she was the leader.
What was the name of the club? Do you remember? Ah, this isn't like a childhood trauma unlocked.
Oh. But I was like, I want to play with everyone, Like I want
Yeah.
to play with who I want to play with. I don't
dig
like
it.
This. Yeah.
I dig it.
And why is she the leader? I want to be the leader.
Yeah, fuck that kid. Yeah, jerk. I was very much that kid when I was like in kindergarten or whatever. I was just like, you gotta hang out with me, you can't hang out with Tom. And then that's how I acted, and I had no friends. So
Oh, that's so sad.
no, I figured out Tom was a lot cooler than me. That's how you learn though. Sometimes, Meeti,
That's
so,
true. That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Do you remember the kiddo's name? That
Oh, I'm not gonna say.
Oh.
We follow each other on Instagram. So.
Oh, really? You're still friends? You still know of each other?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember who I went to elementary school with. Perks of getting older, just blanking on folks.
Did you grow up in the same neighborhood?
Yeah,
Okay.
like born and raised here. I left for a very short period of time. I lived in Indiana for 8 weeks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, when I got out of high school, I wasn't going to go to college. So my buddy John, who was my best friend at the time, was like, "Hey man, he still had 1 year left of high school, and he's like, do you want to come live with my family in Indiana? You can work for my mom." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll get out of town. Like that's cool." And I went there, and it was very religious, and I'm not a religious person, so I tried to make it work, and I got about 8 weeks in, and I could not survive.
Understandable.
Yeah, I remember I said, do you remember Mad TV?
Somewhat.
Okay, so there was a sketch in Mad TV where this character sits behind a lady in a movie theater and goes, "Damn."
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, the back of your head.
head is ridiculous.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
Meeti. So I was quoting that in the house, and John's sister was like, "Why are you cursing in the house?" And I was like, "I'm not cursing in the house."
Because you said damn.
Because I said, "Damn." Mm-hmm. That was a fish out of water moment for me. They also made me go to church 3 times a week. So that was.
Was it Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
No, it was Saturday night, Thursdays and Fridays, I think. So like 3 days in a row.
No Sunday?
No. They were a Saturday night Christian household. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless there was a Tuesday involved. One of those days was for kids only. And because I was 18, I was included with that, which seems very predatory.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I was about as mature as like a 10-year-old back then, though. So that makes sense. Yeah.
You were a kid when you're 18.
Yeah.
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 You're a teenager.
Yeah. Still pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Very dumb. Especially boys. Boys are really dumb at that age until they're like mid-20s, I think.
Or 30s.
Yeah. You're like, I can think of a couple of 30-year-olds right now that are pretty dumb. Yeah. Nice. Especially comedians, am I right?
Yeah. Most men.
Yeah, most men. Yeah. I was yeah. Well, yeah, I guess most men. I was going to go slam comedians if you wanted to do that.
Oh my gosh, this just fell off. My bad.
It's okay.
I like the surround sound in here, you know?
Oh, with the headphones on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Viewers at home can't see because we've never figured out the video on this format.
Oh.
But
Really?
Meeti's
Oh,
got
amazing.
what's called the cans on. Yeah.
So this isn't even on.
It's on,
Oh.
but I don't know how to get it off the computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is a reoccurring thing in each episode. So one of these episodes, I'm going to be like, guess what? I figured it out. And they'll know ahead of time because there will be clips.
Okay, word.
Yeah. Right now, I'm currently just running slides. It's so cool.
Sick.
Yeah. Thanks. It's so dumb. Do you have any bits you're working on? Anything you want to try out?
I started a new one. It's like I think we need to destigmatize the foot fetish, you know?
Okay.
Like, I feel like in 2024, They Not Like Us was released. Everyone knows Drake's a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
He's still selling tickets. But why is it that people who have a foot fetish are still stigmatized?
Why is that?
I don't know. I just think it's like an innocent fetish and it should just not be, as hated. I don't know. I don't have a foot fetish, but
It kind of feels like you do.
I don't. What I do have is like a thing for guys who have a foot fetish,
You want guys to like your feet?
I mean, I want them to, honor my feet. Wait.
So that is a form of foot fetish.
I think I don't know. I think I'm just like in there, Like I think it's like, in Indian culture, we like bow down to our elders. We like touch their feet and it's like a sign of respect. And I like that, It's like, yeah, like bow down to my feet. Put my foot in your mouth. Suck on my toes. Why is that crazy?
I haven't cleaned my feet in weeks.
I don't want your feet. I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm saying that you say that.
You said I.
No,
Okay.
I'm trying to speak from your stance.
I don't know. I haven't gotten into the nooks and crannies, but like, yeah, I have cleaned my feet.
Yeah?
They're clean.
Do you use a brush when you clean? This is like a foot fetish guy's like fantasy podcast right now. Definitely not me. I'm not a toesy kind of guy. I'm nosy but not toesy. I don't know.
I thought you were okay. First of all, I thought you were offering me your feet. I'm sorry.
No. I'm keeping my shoes on. I'm very ashamed of my feet.
Why?
I'm super flat-footed.
See, that's sad. That's sad. We shouldn't have a world where people are ashamed of their feet.
Well, you haven't seen my feet. I've been lifting weights, squatting and deadlifting for over a decade and a half. My feet look like shit right
They're
now.
calloused.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's fun. In the back of the studio, there's
They're disturbed by the
yeah,
topic
they're
that
disturbed.
we're
By, yeah, they're like it says Tootsie Talk. Yeah, disgusting.
You went to the market.
Yeah, we're at the market. All right, let me ask you a really hard pressing question, Meeti.
Yeah.
Very hard pressing. You don't have a foot fetish, so you say. But if you were to classify what toe is the most attractive toe, pinky toe or big toe?
The big toe.
The big toe is the most
Yeah.
attractive one? Why?
Because it's like the defining one, Like the big toe defines the whole foot. Unless your second toe is bigger than the big toe. If it's longer, then
Yeah.
that one is the defining toe, but that's not attractive.
Because it's the longest?
Yeah.
That's what makes it the definite toe?
I find that weird. I feel like there's just, I don't know, I think that's just weird to me. Sorry, I hope that never happens to my feet.
You're worried that you're going to have a growth spurt for your index toe? It's just like, oh, today's the day. Woo.
Stop. Is that what it is with your toes?
Huh?
That's such a weird topic.
My toes are all like curled up and shit right now. Like I said, they're mangled. It's very bad. Do not ever
You're like
look at my feet.
the foot binding. You know,
Yeah,
in
pretty
China.
much. Yeah, squat shoes will do that to you.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, it's really bad. I recently got Vivo Barefoots. Please sponsor the podcast. Vivo Barefoot shoes, and I get to spread my toes in the shoe, which is great. So
That's disturbed.
I have very healthy feet now. Very healthy feet.
That's
Yeah.
actually when I was in high school, I wore Vibrams, like the toe shoes as well.
Oh my.
And everyone thought I
You
was so weird.
totally have a foot fetish.
I don't have a foot fetish. I have a
Mm-hmm.
I am receptive
Of
to
foot
people
fetishes.
to men with foot fetishes.
Man, I'm gonna not tag you in this clip because your shit's gonna blow up.
Wait,
Yeah.
I mean, I talked about it on TikTok, and this girl like brought up the fact that in the brain, the neural wiring for feet is next to the genitals. It's actually like linked. So it makes sense. It's actually one of the most common fetishes. And it's like,
Really?
we should really not stigmatize it. Of all of the fetishes that we stigmatize, like that one should be because it's not harmful to anyone.
It's very not harmful. It's very much like looking at a certain feature of a partner and being like, oh, I'm really into that. Like I'm personally, I get excited when a girl has nice hair. You know, that gets me excited. I don't know why, but that's a thing. So viewers, anyway, send me hair pics. But where was I going with that?
Women with alopecia are quaking right now.
Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Actually, G.I. Jane, pretty attractive look. Anyways, I can get behind not shaming foot fetish folk.
Thank you.
I'm down with that. Not for me, but for others.
Not for me either, you know.
Sure. I'm gonna answer my own question. I'm gonna say little toe. I think it's because it's cute.
Oh yeah.
You know, little piggy went wee all the way home, I believe is the role that toe plays. It's adorable, little guy, you know, like, what are you doing down there, you know?
The little toe is the most disposable toe, you know?
I know, that's why I love it. It's actually how I treat my relationships, emotionally disconnected. I'm like, oh, wow, I don't need you, but I'm happy you're here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's the little toe to your other toes.
Yeah. I'm big toe in all these cases, you know,
yeah.
mostly by stature.
I don't
Yeah.
know what I am. I think I'm heel.
You think you're
I'm
the
the
heel?
soul.
You're the soul of the foot. There you go.
It's weird.
Yeah. Did you expect this conversation to take the turn?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Well, not taking this turn. But
No.
I fully expected the foot fetish conversation.
Did you really? Wow. Because of the topic you
Yeah.
brought up. That does make sense, actually. I'm super smart.
Oh man.
Isn't it easy to slouch in these chairs?
It is. This is
Yeah.
actually really comfortable.
I know.
Like, yeah. This is an amazing setup.
If I had, yeah, thank you. I didn't do anything. But if I had video component to this, I think I'd have a running ticker of how many times I adjust myself in the chair per episode and see if I can do less the next year, you know, provided I go for at least a year.
As you will.
As I will.
Yeah.
This would be a very successful long-term podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, super. And we will have many toe conversations and all the feet will be involved.
You should dedicate this whole podcast to destigmatizing the foot fetish.
Honestly, if there is an organization that we can send money to, I'll put the link in the bio, please. Destigmatize the feet. Are there any other fetishes that you think should be proud of? That you secretly
not
have?
Proud of. I'm not. I mean, you know, I don't know. I feel like consent. That should be a fetish.
I feel like it is.
I don't think it is.
You know?
I think the opposite is.
I definitely know the opposite is. Yeah. That's a whole category on certain websites. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. This is a random topic, but similar. It's related. Have you ever heard of a pornography channel? Are you comfortable talking about this? Pornography channel called Hot Guys Fuck?
No.
Okay. Well, apparently it gets. I've not watched.
Is it like man on man?
No. It's
Okay.
man on gal.
Okay.
But I think the angles that they choose. I think it's a female produced station and or channel or whatever. But I think the angles that they choose are supposed to be more appealing to the female.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This is a good information. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm happy to help. I don't know if they have any foot specific categories for you.
I'm not in that deep.
You're not in that deep, no.
It's just a call to action. You know?
It's just a call to action, right? You're dipping your toe in the water, so to say.
Oh,
Yeah. These ideas are pooling. All right, no more puns, Dave. I am not an adult. Oh. I like that bit. I think you're gonna have fun with it. Again, probably only allow DMs from friends in that case. I don't know if you could set your Instagram to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't respond to a lot of the DMs. I just kind of ignore them.
Yeah, I know. That's kidding. You respond to me all the time.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I send you very stupid things all the time. Stupid notes. You want to hear something I'm working on?
Yeah, what are you working on?
All right. But I'm an athlete now, but I couldn't throw a football when I was a kid, and I played high school football. So just a note that I have that I really need to work on is that I was so bad at throwing a football in high school that my high school football coach asked me if I grew up with a single mom. because I had nobody in my life to teach me how to throw a football.
Did you?
My dad was around, but he worked, and I come from farm culture, not sport culture. So I was like did not know how to throw a football. Yeah, it was pretty bad when I started, but I figured it out.
Also,
Actually, yeah, I know, it's real.
Did you join the football team?
I was on the football team, not a talented position, so to speak. It was very much a get in the way and use your big body to hit
Linebacker?
people. No, nose tackle. Do you know what that is?
I don't know these things.
So there's the offense and the defensive line in the very front row of each side, right? And those guys hit each other.
Oh.
And I was one of those fat guys.
The most dangerous one. The one where you can get into physical harm.
All of those positions, I would say, but that one specifically, because of how heavy I was and how heavy the guy across from me was, it very much was like a sumo wrestling match where you just kind of chest up and then you don't move at all. Oftentimes I lost because I was very weak in high school. So I would just end up on the ground and then on the bench because I was useless.
That's kind of fun though.
Yeah, no, I got to wear the jersey to school, so that was cool. I was like, oh yeah. I'm glad I didn't peak in high school because that would have been a very low peak.
No.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
High school is not it. But that's interesting. Okay, I like this concept. It's fun. Well, how do you delve into it further?
I probably, I've been thinking about adding it to a set that I have about when my parents split up for a little bit. Because they were separated for a short period of time. And in that time, the other joke that I'm working on is my dad was single for about a year. And in that time, he dated 2 women. Both of them were named Tammy.
Yes, I remember you saying this.
Oh, yeah.
I found
you heard me at an open mic.
It stayed in my mind.
Because it's such a weird thing.
It's very weird.
It's so weird. But I have a much longer story about Tammy number 1. That I'm excited to use. I have to get the details from my sister about it because the goal is to because it's one of the more traumatic moments in my life is to own it on stage and make it very funny.
Okay, how is it what is the can you dive into it further?
Sure. I'll tell you the traumatic part, and then I won't tell you the funny part because I want to save that for the stage, okay? But this is going to be real big sads right now, okay? Just let everybody know I'm okay, okay? Meeti, I'm okay.
I feel like you haven't worked through all these things, but okay.
I actually had a therapist in elementary school. I have a bit about that. But when I was a kid and my dad was dating Tammy 1, Tammy 1 was on the other side of a bedroom door. My sister, who is 10 years older than me, she's 18 at the time. I'm 8. And Tammy 1 is arguing with my sister through the door. Okay. And at some point, I have 3 siblings, sorry. I'm the youngest of the 4. Tammy yells to my sister Jessica, who's the one yelling with her, and me specifically, 8 years old. She goes, "You two will never amount to anything."
Wow. Pretty
fucked up. I was only 8 years old. So it was wild because I'm just a baby. And it's tough judgment. But I believe in the Scorpio stuff a little bit. And I use that to motivate me a lot.
Are you a Scorpio?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What about you?
Interesting. I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. So that's January?
December.
End of December.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your moon and rising? Do you know?
I am a Gemini moon.
Okay.
And a Cap rising.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you know yours?
Leo moon, Pisces rising.
Okay, very cool.
Interesting. Whoa. Yeah, I don't like this Tammy lady. I don't like what she said. I think that is so messed up to put into like kids' minds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tammy is the villain of this story.
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is, I've said this since day one, I will be abundantly successful one day, and when I am, I'm just going to mail her a check for like $100 a week, and in the memo, I'm just going to write "fuck you."
Why would you give her money?
Because it's like one of those things where she has to accept it. You know what I mean? And the fact that I can do that every week is like a notoriety that I am successful now. And that's Scorpio level hatred.
You're rewarding her.
Oh, I'm rewarding her with reminder of her guilt. And, you know, it's awesome. I think it's awesome, you know? Because, like, if she ever puts that money away and she saves it up and gives it to a child or a grandchild, she's going to know where that money came from a moment she was a bad person. That's the most unlikable thing I've ever said on this podcast.
No, I'm just like taking it all in. I'm like, no, it's too kind. You're too kind. You're too generous.
No.
Yeah,
No.
You are.
No, I don't even share food.
That's not a big deal.
You want to hear? I don't. Every time I take a young lady out to a date to the movie theater, I let them know that I don't share popcorn. So
that's despicable.
I know. What I will offer, as I would say, I will buy you your own popcorn, whatever size you want. I'm gonna get a large for me, and then you and I want to be honest with you. It's more of like a where have your hands been kind of thing.
Oh.
But also like I grew up going to the movies with my dad, and he would always make me hold the popcorn and reach his dirty hands into my popcorn. Farmer, so dirty hands, and he'd just eat, and I'd have to hold the popcorn and just eat the same.
You're not dating your father, you know? Like I feel like when you go to, that's the fun of it is when you get your is when you both put your grubby hands, you know, into the popcorn. It's like if you're gonna like, you know, my perspective is that if I'm gonna suck on your fingers later, I mean, you know, what's a little popcorn in there?
You can't tell me you don't have a foot fetish. You just said you'd suck on fingers.
It's not the same as me. It's not the same as me.
Yeah, the fact that you make that distinction is
no, it's literally not the same.
It's not. I'm very aware that they're not the same. But Meeti, come on.
I don't know. You know these things.
Would you ever buy a partner gloves or socks for a holiday?
Yeah, I have bought socks for a partner before.
Specifically socks, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Valentine's Day
Valentine's Day socks.
Yeah.
Were they edible?
A bunch of things together. They were not edible though. They were regular socks. Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, do you think an edible sock flavor would be peanut butter and toe jam?
I'm not into feet. I'm not.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm on the receiving end, okay? I am not the one who's doing the stuff to the feet. I don't know.
Listen, everybody has a good time with feet. It's we walk places.
Why are you saying it like that?
Meeti, it's okay. I'm just saying it's okay.
Everybody has a good time with feet.
Everybody has a good time with feet. And a Coors Light beer.
Oh, God.
Everybody has a good time.
Disturbed.
Sorry about it.
This podcast is going to go viral, this episode.
Oh, please let that happen. I need sponsors. Like crazy. Helix Mattress. I can't fuck up the name and then expect them to sponsor me.
Why Helix mattress?
I don't know. I have a purple.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
That was a viral mattress. The purple.
The purple, it was, and I got one, and it is amazing.
Is it?
Oh, it totally lives up to the hype.
Like $2,000-$3,000.
It was a tax return purchase for sure.
Nice.
So worth it. I figure the one thing I'm going to use like literally every day is a mattress, right?
That's true.
Not a bad investment if you think about it.
I got a $500 mattress. That's amazing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know what brand it is anymore.
You don't know? What size, Meeti?
Queen.
Because you're a queen.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a full. Because
Nice.
I'm always full of shit.
Don't say that. That's going to make me doubt everything about you if you say
Really?
that. Yeah.
Meaty, no. I'm so genuine.
Yeah, you are. I feel like you're consistent, you know?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think, let's dive into this. We have 3 minutes left. Let's dive into this.
Oh, wow. Time just flew by.
I know, right? All this foot talk really got you sped. What?
I don't know.
Are you going to bring up feet on stage tonight?
This bit I'm going to squish into the overall set that I've been working on.
It's the verb you used just now.
What? Squish.
Bro, come on.
I don't know.
These female speed daters are going to have a hard time getting the male speed daters to focus after your set.
Well, you know what it is? It's just sometimes like talking about sex and like these types of like taboo topics is such an easy way to get a laugh, you know, or just engage the audience that it's like low hanging fruit.
It for sure is. Yeah. I feel that way in bar shows. Which is why I love doing clubs, like actual clubs, because I can do much more. I'm trying to do clean material now, which sucks. Because like I love making sex jokes, but it's painful in bars. Like I perform bad in bars with clean material, so
I feel like bars are like the audience like wants attention more than anything, more than they want to listen.
Yes, for sure. Are you good at riffing with the crowd?
Yeah.
You are?
Okay. I'm kind of aggressive, so it melds. It comes easily.
Yeah. Like you when you see feet. Sorry about it. I had to, Meeti. I'm very bad at crowd work.
Oh, okay.
So bad. I'm not Matt Rife.
Ew. Ooh, sorry. No, I mean
he's definitely listening.
No, I mean like there's a lot of crowd work comics who are great, you know, like, and it's also like not like you have to be like doing what they're doing. It's like also like you can create your own lane, you know. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nathan Lane.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say ew. I don't know what happened. Okay, wait. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I forgot. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you want to say?
No.
You want to end on an awkward note?
I don't want to say anything else.
You don't want to say anything else? You're done?
Good. Yeah.
All right. I got one more question for you.
Okay.
Because this is all foot's talk. If you had a partner and their toes were painted, and it was a male, or is that a turn off or no?
Okay, maybe I don't know about toes, but like if his fingernails were painted, I think that's hot. Like black fingernails, like I really like. I don't know, in a guy.
Word.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But it also depends on like everything. Like there's so much more that goes into attraction than like one or two things. That there would have to be like a lot of like factors that just like click and like it all like makes sense. Yeah.
But as like the great Jared Freed says, there are a lot of icks. So maybe that's an ick.
No, I mean it really depends. I don't think it's an ick in and of itself. I think there's a lot that goes into attraction, and it's not just something that's like how people style themselves or how people look. I think like intelligence and like compatibility and like kindness and like a lot of these things, like they all just like meld together, you know? And I feel like that determines it. I mean, like it's like attraction does matter. Like physical attraction does matter. But
100%.
Like, but like there's also like a lot of other things. It's like it can't just be physical attraction. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't look like a 10 and just suck as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if like a guy's like intelligent, artistic, kind, attractive, and he paints his nails, like that's like, oh hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And he also has to worship your feet.
He doesn't have to.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's like I think like that and those things in and of themselves are like solid. Yeah.
I'm proud of you for saying all that.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't men feel the same way about women in that sense?
I would say that attraction is a big part of it. I respond really well to how a woman treats me more than anything, because I understand it requires a lot of patience and understanding. I'm not super easy to deal with, but I do. That was probably so loud for the listeners, but yeah, the whole thing has to be pretty good for long term, at least. Short term, guys I feel like just have another switch. That doesn't matter.
That makes sense, and like no one's easy to deal with. Like literally no one.
Oh yeah.
Especially to get closer to the fire, you know?
Yeah. But you can hear how I handled the Tammy situation, so.
Yeah.
That's a big red flag.
Just holding on to resentment.
yeah. I am nice to everybody, so nobody should be mean to me. So that's my thought.
That's not how people work.
I know. But hopefully they are likable. Hey! Likable is filmed and recorded with Radio Free Rhinecliff. Thank you, Jen Hammod and Matthew Rosenberg, our producers. Thank you to the Epicurean, which hosts us for each episode. Come in, stop, and shop. Maybe you'll catch us on the air. Likable is a comedy-based podcast. We are experts in absolutely nothing and should not be taken seriously. Consider this your daily dose of questionable wisdom and guaranteed hilarity. I didn't mean to point at you when I said that. Guaranteed hilarity, we hope. Proceed with caution and enjoy a healthy dose of skepticism. Meeti, thank you so much.
David, thank you.
Woo!
Yeah.
Cue the music.
Yeah, you got jokes and you're insightful.